Hey, it's me, Count HOODRiCH PiMP. Making another recording. Yeah, on here making another video, how it speaks. Just looking at me. Right. Yep. All type of stuff going on with that. They're still worried about this and that, it seems. But Alright, yeah, let me see on. So, let me talk. On the last ones, all this talking, putting his videos on the YouTube. Led me to this Adam and Eve, this realm, Midgard, Earth is talked as the shit. Right. And like me said, me's been born as a baby in this realm. Little newborn child creation, and formed to this what this thing speaks as a 40-year-old man in this thing, this realm, talked as the shit, spoke as the shit, speaks as the shit. All these different words revolving like some type of wheel spokes around the word speaks. So as far as trying to speak this speech, all me can think as far as the sounds that me is making like this, right? It's got to do with how this thing talks about evil. Speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. These type of thoughts, right? So me will try to say the word or speak the word speaks. Yes, yeah. Lots of things, lots of thoughts circulating. But in the other video, me was talking about this Adam and Eve. Right. This goes way beyond Adam and Eve. This me's been looking into, gathering this information. Right. Way beyond Adam and Eve. And like me originally was sensing was this eon in this realm it would compute to, but this E, right? This E is spoke as God in this realm through the religions. The religions, the churches, is what it speaks as these things when it speaks about this God. It doesn't speak that this God is E, right? It does speak about this God is 3 and 1. Right. 3 and 1, something like that. Right. 3 and 1. This is this E. This is this E. E. Alright? This is what the information is processed and been processed to this pimp, right? So just think about it. 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3. The line that connects all 3 is 1. This is this E, and this E is in this alphabet. Just how it speaks and teaches how it speaks. the children like me about this alphabet A through Z. Z is me. Z. Alright? And this where me looking into why it talks about easy, pimping ain't easy, and all this. Pimping ain't easy. Alright. Yo, I am so many things me can speak on, right? Yeah, Z or E, what to, you know, how much to get into this, but like me said, we gonna record so much, and it takes a while to upload on this YouTube. On a different video, let me look at this, right? Let me look at this, right. On a different video, this is me. This is me, Z, in this life. This was a photo, it speaks, as me, Z, as a child. And this is another photo of me, Z. And see, a ninja. This is a ninja, right? And see, Z. See how me stands in the position of Z? Now, as a child, before this ninja suit, right? This character here, another child, right, is to me like a representation of what this realm is. This character came to me as a child. Me looked into it just after like turning 3 years old, right? And so this ninja child, because me and this ninja child's sizes and age and all this at the time, right, how it speaks, right, is forming the A and Z. All right. And that's how me speaks of a brother in this realm, right? And looking into it's representing what it seems to be the Nephilim and possibly the Seraphim, right? And even more into that is what this is all about. And that's what we try to look into. We came into this life as a child, a baby is how it speaks it. This is a little photo, it's a little older photo, right? Right. And we're speaking a different video like Flounder or something. Here's like a different one, right? As a little baby, right? Yeah. And so me had, yeah. We're showing this. Ah, there it is. Alright. We're showing this in a different video, right? And see this? This is, me speaks about this in this pimp bugging video that me make, the word make, put on the YouTube, it seems, yeah, right here, right? In a video, pimp bugging, right? And see? This has got to do with me saying these recordings of these eyes, right? And this photo is a real photo that me took living in New Orleans, and had something, was taking a photo, and there was something called a mirror effect, right? And so me was looking at me in the mirror taking this photo with this phone that me had gotten like recently, how it speaks, right? And seeing was just flipping through the different effects or something, and I seen this show up, right? And so took a photo of it, right? Once that lined it up, right? Yeah, right. Well, that is a real physical photo, right? Right. And so there's so many different things we can talk about with just this photo, because this is just how it was. Just happened to think like this and just naturally a Z. And this A, something to do with this atom. Right. Right. All right, in this place, this thing speaks this as Versace. This speaks this as Versace. Versace is me. Right. This is the face of Versace. Right. This speaks this as Louis Vuitton or something. Right. Right. It's how one would have to look it up in this realm. But this, like Versace, goes way beyond some type of how this thing makes it seem just some clothes or something. Right. Yeah. It is clothes in a sense. Right. In a sense like Versace. Right. Yeah, right. Versace. Right. Right. But this has got many, just like this. What is all this? It looks like geometric patterns, and then it's got this. Right. Now, things don't speak about this, but as a pimp, he's been looking into all this. This is a V. Right. This is a Y. And this is an L. So this thing just speaks it as the L and the V, and speaks it as Louis Vuitton, right? Like clothes, right? Yes. But like me said, this is more than clothes, right? This is more than clothes. Oh, how this thing speaks. Cloths. CLOTHES. More than just that. Right. This goes into the mind of things, right? And all of this, the mind of things. And like me say, Swiss Indian. This thing talking it as Swedian. This is how me thinks. It speaks it as Sweden. Me has been gathering this information. This is Swedian, right? SWEDEN colors, right? And so to some things, this would be thought as the Palladian type of colors, right? Right. But since me is black, this is Sweden, it seems to me. Right. Me is now just getting all this information since living in this shit. This shit is a very dangerous, deadly, how it speaks realm. Right. Right. This is the trying to get it. The Versace emblem. Versace. Versace. It's something like that. Me is sensing is how it will be spoken in some other realm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. This is a belt. This is a belt that me is making. Right. Right. Yeah, HOODRiCH belt. Right. And that's something to me as a pimp. It's something to do with the Christina Ricci. See, this thing doesn't like this you. This thing that me is speaking with. Me normally doesn't speak so this type of tone. But since me doesn't, just now getting information on the words and the speak, right? It's got this you. It uses this Jupiter twang tone. And me can speak about all that with me looking into what is this you, this demonic possession, how it speaks and stuff in this realm, right? Yeah. But like me was saying, something like this. VLLV. This to me is Viper. Viper Lord. Just like it speaks in the Bible, the Lord, Viper Lord. Right. And to get deeper than that, when it gets to all of these things, these geometric patterns, emblems, right? Right. However one thinks it, right? Right. it gets into, like me was speaking about another video about the chromosomes that make up a man, and what this thing speaks a woman. Right. Right. And shows as an X. Right. What this thing would speak as a woman. Right. A Y. That this thing would speak as a man. And a V that could be interpreted a couple different ways. V in the sense of what this thing speaks as of lady boys, right, or shows as lady boys, and when it speaks it, right, to sound it all out, LADYBOY, right, and what it shows, right, what is visible to these type of what it's trying to attach the thoughts to, right, and then the L goes into love. That is the low VE. And this is something to do with this realm, Earth. Something was speaking to me through, like, the Matrix, or however you say, telekinesis, or whatever I'm talking about. Right. That Earth is this realm. Right. Earth is this realm. Earth is this realm. EARTH. This realm, Earth, that me was born into, how it speaks, right? And to these ones, I guess seeing this stuff on the YouTube, was mentioning to me that Earth to them, like me, is breaking down these emblems and all this. Earth, EARTH, is like me saying this E killed this A, right? And so EA's reptilian treehouse, Earth. And like me said, this green dragon and all this leads to this in the woods universe where this Earth is, how it speaks, located. E and A's reptilian treehouse, right? And that's something to this God, right? Right. There's God E, right? 3 in 1. So to get into this Adam and Eve, it's almost like it goes way beyond Adam and Eve. And this is how me sense at the beginning: big realms, small realms, something eon, and all this Shang Tsung into all this stuff, right? Yeah, right. So in this realm, in the religion we speaking on, it speaks about this 3 in 1 God, and the religion is called Christianity, right? Also, there's some other ones, Catholicism, right? And this goes into like what me showing as Versace. This thing speaks Versace, Louis Vuitton, and all this, right? And so that's why me say count the HOODRiCH PiMP. HOODRiCH in the sense of Christina Ricci, like this religion. It's something to do with my look, my Versace look, Christina Ricci, right? And so that HOODRiCH that's me, right? And my living look. And it is my living look, right? Me is physically living this since a child, right? And like me spoke in one of the other videos, me is originally the 2 of black. And so all this Adam and Eve stuff, real to me, goes way back to this, right? What it is to this realm is what me is gathering information on, right? And so there's so many different thoughts to speak, right? Circulating at the moment, right? And so much time on this recording, right? Let me speak this. This 3 in 1, yeah, just like this, just like how this thing gang signs and all this, right? This is a gang sign. It's an E. But it speaks as a pitchfork. You know, right? A pitchfork. Right. Right. And this has got to do with the shit and all that's me looking into. Right. Gangster disciples, the pitchforks. And like me showing the thing there, Viper Lord, you know, things we speaking, just like them Vice Lords and all that. Viper Lord is what it is. And just like this is me saying what this is, Gangster Disciples with this E. Right. 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 And so yeah, my look is the Christine. Me thinks of it a hood-rich look. Right. Yeah, keep speaking about things like that. I ain't sure if anything would really think about that. It doesn't want me. That's some kind of why this thing would say vanity or something, right? It isn't even normally like that, but it is something like kind of like this stuff. Right? It's leading me to something to do with something else that has something to do with me, like this Christina HOODRiCH look. See, this you doesn't want to say this. Oh, this you is kind of worried about this. Well, the E is trying to tell me about this stuff. Right. And like I said, this is like universes away. And these universes, what me was thinking, this is like E did this. You know, like E is like the one. E is an original one. If me, Z is an original 2, E is an original 1. That over long, this thing thinks of God, right, as God. This is E, right? But this isn't like this thing wants to think that's it. Right. This is going on a long time. This is like lots of universes that was once other things like this atoms, other ones, right? And this E would do what me is speaking, and this is why it's an E like this, right? There's one, because atom was this one, right? And then the other ones, imagine how many other ones atom had took over, right? Right. And then even getting into these ones, we notice is on E, right? So that's quite a few of them, these ones that this E took over, right? Right. Right. And that's that God that speaks about 3 in 1 in Catholicism, Christianity. I ain't sure about Islam and all this. And see, we can even get, we can get into all this. I mean, there's lots of stuff to talk about all this, speak about, yeah, right. So that's just some things me wants to show. Let me see how much time is on this. Yeah, this thing is gonna get right cut up. So I'm asking me gonna speak on now at the moment, and we'll get deeper into it. This Adam and Eve leads all to the Seraphim, Nephilim, Palladians, all these different things that generated these Versace type of looks, right? And so me looking at all this and see what went wrong in all this, right? And it's a lot of stuff going on, right? It ain't just this one this or that atom or whatever, right? And so me gonna keep making these videos, pimping it up, and yeah, bad YouTube and all that. Bad YouTube, me gonna keep pimping it up. Yeah, what I'm trying to say, because if this is bad YouTube, that's me gonna look into the bad information, because me is good and bad. But that isn't like how these things are good and bad, right? Me is different to be a 2. My 2, right? You can't speak about other 2s, because from the information me has gathered, there is no other 2s. All these other things is dead. All the other 1s was powerful, right? The 1s were all powerful, and then E became the most powerful 1, right? And then there's a whole story to me and all this, but this is E's story, and E was before me. So me is really like catching up to the past history in a futuristic type of manner, right? So continue to do so.